Hey, how's everybody doing out there today? We are doing a live stream with VeVe, trying to secure the first ever Disney Platinum, Disney Moments Platinum Drop Series 1. It's getting ready to release in about 8 minutes. Want to say thank you to everyone for joining. Hope you're all doing okay. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to be with me here today, and I appreciate it. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Definitely am going to try and walk away with a dub here. We'll actually see if this comes to fruition, if it's in the cards for us today. If not, man, I'll be honest with you, that's going to kind of suck. And you know what, as long as I'm being honest, how do you all feel about VeVe doing the platinum moments after they did the golden moments? Definitely want to know how folks feel about that. So we got 7 minutes left on this counter. Cool thing about it is, looking at this, you guys can always follow me here on Twitter at CryptoGlenn. Always talking about a lot. Anything that's cryptocurrency, NFTs related, you can always get with me here on Twitter as well. And yeah, like I said, we're going to try to walk away with this from a dub. 6 minutes, 7 minutes left. Very, very, very exciting stuff. Let me see here. For those of you that are going to be tuning into the FOMC meeting, if you collect cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, other altcoins, this is going to be a good thing to pay attention to, because today's announcement with Jerome Powell is going to be important. We might get a pause. We might actually continue our rate hikes. We don't know. And this information is going to be important because we need to know what the markets are going to do. If we pause, we could see an immediate pump. We could see a short drop before we get an immediate pump shortly thereafter. But if they raise rates, that could be detrimental to markets as a whole, and we could actually see the whole entire thing move down. So we'll just have to wait and see. All right. We'll just have to wait and see. We're going to go live here on TikTok. Set this up here. So we're going to be live here on TikTok. We're also going to be live here on YouTube. All right, 5 minutes. Let's see what we got. 5 minutes. Let's see what we got. FOMC bingo today at 2 p.m. Let me know if you want to join. And you know what, because I like what VeVe's got going on, I think we're going to do for some of the prizes today for bingo for those that win. We're going to be giving away some stuff on VeVe. So if you don't have an account on VeVe, I would highly, highly suggest you go up and you make one, because when we do this bingo later, if you win, we got some prizes. Number of prizes right now is undetermined. Just kind of came up with that off the top of my head right now. But yeah, if you want to win some stuff on VeVe, just go ahead and download the VeVe app. And then after we actually do the bingo for the FOMC meeting later, then we'll have some prizes for you. So if you guys want to know what we're talking about now, I'm talking to the folks here on TikTok. I'm actually live streaming on YouTube as well, and you can kind of see my screen over there as well. And what's going on with YouTube is there is a VeVe drop. These are premium NFT digital collectibles that VeVe is getting ready to release. And yes, we're back on today. Had a little bit of a snafu yesterday. We got reported, but appealed it. They said, hey, our mistake. We shouldn't have taken you offline. Go ahead, go live again. So we're back. So cheers to everybody for joining. I appreciate you guys. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate it. 4 minutes and 30 seconds to the VeVe drop. If you're on TikTok, let me go ahead and give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek here as to what we're looking at. This is what we're currently going for. There is a drop that's going on VeVe in around 4 minutes. Now, this is super cool because during the last bull cycle, Disney came out with these golden moments, and the prices on these things, they were going, I mean, absolutely crazy. The Elsa Princess, I think it was released for like 60 gems, and at its highest it was being sold for 1100. I was fortunate to get a couple. Didn't really sell any of my collection. You guys know me, if I collect something, I'm a holder, right, for the most part. Since then, I've been doing a little bit of buying doubles and triples, sometimes quadruples of certain stuff. So if I do get the inkling in the sell, I can do both. I can sell as well as still be able to hold on to some of them. Glad you're back. Yeah, man, me too. You know, sometimes, listen, you know, sometimes folks can get a little testy and they want to get to reporting you and try to take you offline. But like I said, I try to be very careful about what we say here on this live stream, and all we have to do is appeal. And the times that I've appealed, they've come back and said, hey, our mistake, you're good. How did you buy it? So what you would need to do is open up your app store either on Android or, what's going on, Drew? On Android or Apple, download the VeVe app, and it syncs up directly to like a credit card or a bank account, you know, debit card or credit card, however you want to use it. And then you just buy gems. So each gem is virtually worth $1. And so they have drops all the time. 3 minutes, folks, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes. They have drops all the time. So you can buy digital comic books, which is super cool because I actually got the first edition Spider-Man. And in the bull run, that was something that was going for crazy amounts of money. So anybody that's buying that comic right now is getting it for an absolute steal, because, you know, when the market comes back, these prices are going to go right back up. So that's one of the reasons why we're trying to get this drop here today. And in case you guys want to see it again, let me flip my camera. I will show you. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. We are going for the first ever Disney Platinum Moments Series 1 drop in 2 minutes. Now, again, VeVe, they deal specifically in premium licensed content, digital collectibles. Oh my God, who are you talking about? Lay, we're going to talk about that. So VeVe, they do premium licensed content on VeVe, obviously. And so it's not like someone drew these and they decided to throw them up on an app. This is directly licensed directly from Disney. So we've got about 1 minute and 34 seconds before the first one goes live. Hopefully we can snag one. If we can, that would be very, very cool. And I'll show you guys a few of the collectibles here right now. I will say this: in the event that the stream goes offline or if my computer crashes, I will need to cancel the stream because I have to be able to access this on the phone, but I'll be right back. All right. So here's just some of the collectibles that are up for grabs in 1 minute. Come on, let's see if we can get it. Big bucks, no whammies. Come on. Here we go. Moment of truth. Moment of truth. 59 seconds. And this is, you can actually take part in this today for 60 gems. So the drop is around 60 bucks. If you get it though, if you try to get it on secondary market, it's probably going to be a bit more expensive than that. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if these things started going 4, maybe 5 times what the drop price is. So you guys are going to see if we're able to get this in real time. Let's have ourselves a little look-see. Yeah, so there was a situation with the XRP news yesterday. Apparently that news, that video that I got was actually from a JV scam page. So I already put up an update video issuing the necessary apologies, and apparently that pump was coming from, I believe there's a quorum airdrop that's either happening today or tomorrow. So people were getting in position for that snapshot. So it's not that I'm getting paid to FUD XRP. It's just, you know, for the most part, I tried to be objective yesterday, which is a situation where I got some facts incorrect. All right, come on. 1 second. Hit me with the buy now. Where is it? Oh, this is going to go by fast. Oh, they took it, so I probably got it. See, I thought this was going to be a blind box. It's not a blind box. Normally, the way that they do this is they have a buy now page or a buy now button on the main page, and then you buy it, but you don't know which one you're going to get. And apparently with this one, cool, got it. Let's go back out. I won't be surprised if this is already sold out. Yep. Oh, damn. Let's try to get the Donald. Damn, sold out. Yeah, see, that's how fast. That's literally how fast it goes. Literally how fast it goes right there. Literally sold out. Looks like Mickey's the only one that's available right now. Yeah, if I would have known this wasn't going to be a blind box, obviously I would have went with Dumbo. So if we try to actually get either the Donald, the Mini, or the Dumbo on secondary, Dumbo, I can tell you right now, if they were selling this for 60, God, maybe we can try to get it on a rebound here in another 4 or 8 minutes. We might be able to grab that. I definitely would have went with that one. Didn't know this was not going to be a blind box. How much profit? So we'll be able to tell here in, I want to say 10 minutes or so. But you see how fast, like anything from Disney on VeVe, like it goes super, super fast. I'm going to try to snipe one of these if I can't get it on rebound. I'm going to try to snipe one of these off the floor. Because, yeah, that would have actually been a really cool one to get. Obviously, I think any one of these is going to be cool to get simply because it's the first edition of the Platinum series. And again, I thought this was going to be a blind box where you just buy and you don't really know which one you're going to get. So we got to wait and see. So we'll sit at this page probably for 8 or so minutes. And they might give us an opportunity to buy a rebound. It's happened before. Can I make this bigger? Yeah, there we go. All right, we'll see if they do that. We'll see if we do that. Yeah, again, yesterday it wasn't intentionally trying to actually FUD what was going on with XRP. I actually just got a hold of some misinformation. It was actually from a page that someone, it was a scam bot page that someone had uploaded the video, and it showed up on my FYP. Now, because I don't follow Coach JV, I'm not in tune with how many pages of his are out and about. But like I said, I actually posted an updated video kind of explaining everything. So, yeah, there was a snapshot going on with XRP that's happening either today or tomorrow. So people were trying to get in line with that. But again, the principle is really still the same. Even if it's just a snapshot, you know how that's going to get played. People are going to move. They're going to buy XRP to try to get in position for the airdrop. And then shortly thereafter, once this snapshot is taken, they're going to sell their XRP. So if you're bag holding XRP and if you're in a position to get a little bit of profit, yesterday's point still stands that, hey, it's probably a good idea to sell some because you know how this thing goes. Like yesterday we were up around what, 50 cents? And if I'm looking at XRP now, what is it currently at? 44, so it's definitely dropping. The X Core snapshot is tomorrow for Quorum, Solo, and XRP. Now, Tito, what wallet do you need to be in to be able to get a hold of that? Because I'm sure there's some folks in here that have XRP and maybe they're just wondering. Sure, they're just wondering. I'm not gonna lie, that was a mean curveball that they dropped with how many editions are there? So there's only 1,100 of these. And I know people are gonna hold these well into the next bull run. This was 60. I wouldn't be surprised if it starts going for like 1,000. Ledger or trust line. Okay. So if you guys are interested in that airdrop, that's, I believe, the snapshot, according to Tito, you said it's happening tomorrow. Is that right? Yeah, the snapshot happens tomorrow. So if you've got XRP, if it's in your ledger, I'm assuming there's something that you need to do with your ledger so that you can, in fact, get that snapshot. But if you're with Sologenic, Zoom, or Trust Line set, then apparently you'll be able to get that airdrop. So again, that was probably the primary reason for yesterday's pump with XRP. And it is, in fact, coming down right now. So again, if you're in profit and you're not trying to go back to the low 40s, high 30s, maybe even the mid 30s, you already know what you need to do. Steve Daddy, what's going on, family? The Dumbo airdrop? Nope. So this actually isn't an airdrop, and I want to back out of this, but I'm not going to because sometimes they can be sold out, and if people don't actually have gems on their account, they'll give you the opportunity to buy it back here. It's called a rebound. So this is a drop that was, I'm actually showing you guys this from like the link from my computer to my phone. So what is going on is VeVe did a drop today. So before they had the golden moments, right now they're doing the platinum moments. And the golden moments in the last bull run, A lot of these releases were sold at 60. And then when they were being sold on the secondary market, you could grab them for, say 1,000, depending on which one it was, 400, 1,000, 800. Sometimes it was 3, sometimes it was 30,000. Like, I'm not kidding. You can actually look up the Disney VeVe partner statue, and these things were going for crazy money last bull run, and that was a golden moment. These are the platinum moments. So there's even fewer editions that have been issued in this collection. So there is a very, very strong chance that people that got this at 60, if they decided to, they'll be able to turn around and sell that at a significant profit. I'm hanging out here on this page because I know sometimes if someone tries to buy it, but let's say they don't have enough gems, then they give other people the opportunity to turn around and buy it. And that happens sometimes at 4 minutes, 8 minutes, and 10 minutes. 36. Yes, this is the VeVe app. This is the VeVe app. And another reason to download the VeVe app is you guys know that we're going to be doing FOMC bingo today. If you want to play that, then there's going to be a link that I'm going to put out there. You guys may have seen the video. Some of you already have that link bookmarked. When it's time to play, you visit the link, you type in the password to the moon, no spaces, to the moon, and it's going to let you inside our bingo game here today at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when Jerome Powell is giving his press conference for the FOMC meeting. And there's going to be a handful of prizes, but so if you win, you've got a chance to be able to win some stuff here from the VeVe app. So just cool. Another reason to possibly download the VeVe app, just to kind of get familiar with what's going on with VeVe. Because, again, they do a lot of premium licensed digital collectibles. Only Diamond Hands can hold XRP till it reaches 4 digits. Yeah, that's a fact. I think if XRP goes back to all-time highs, saying like $3.80 some odd cents, a lot of people are going to sell. A lot of people are going to sell. And that's fine. You got some people who are just like, yo, let me just get my money out. You got some people who will say, hey, I feel like it's a different climate. We may get to $5, $6. I'm going to hold till then. And I think I don't think it's outside the realm of possibilities that after this lawsuit is over, if Ripple comes out victorious, you could potentially see a $6 XRP. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm just saying I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility for that to happen. Let me take a look at this. I want to check YouTube here, see if there's any comments I want to make sure I'm paying attention to. Yeah, we're good. Looks like we're answering all those. We're doing a drinking game live. Every time inflation mentioned, take a shot of Crown, bro. We're going to be out of there in the next 4 minutes. Tito, he says inflation every other word during those FOMC meetings. Appreciate y'all for those likes. Thank you so much. Come on. What time is it? It's 11:09. So if it doesn't happen at 10, we'll back out here and we'll see what the other collections are doing. I'll be honest. If the other collections have not sold out, or if the other one, like I picked up a Mickey because I thought it was going to be a blind box, but it wasn't. They actually let you pick and choose which one you wanted. If I had known that was going to be the case, I definitely would have tried for the secret wear off the top. But realistically, this is probably where the most amount of people were trying to get to right as soon as it became available. So maybe going for the Mickey Mouse was actually a solid plan because I picked one up. Sofa King, appreciate the follow. Thank you so much, family. Let's see, 11:09. Come on, 11:10. If it doesn't pop up by 11:10, then we'll see how the other items are doing. But this actually left kind of a bad taste in not a lot of people's mouths, but a handful of people's mouths. They said you guys came out with golden moments, and we thought that was going to be the highest tier. But it's good to see that the golden moments haven't really been selling off to make room for the platinum moments. Shout out Bacardi 151 for quantitative easing. Let's go, Tito. If you can still find a bottle of that, man, like I said, I only drink on special occasions, but I'd be happy to take that off your hands. Where's that page? This is on the VeVe app, and they actually have a website where now you can actually access this through the website, but it's actually on the VeVe app. And again, if you're not familiar with VeVe app, they are a partner of Disney. They are a partner of a lot of different high-end cartoons, mangas, comics, right? They just have a lot of partnerships with a lot of reputable companies. and they're bringing premium digital collectibles or NFTs to the space. Let's see, it's 11:10. It's 11:11. Make a wish. That button didn't pop up. Okay, let's back out of here. Let's see if the other ones are sold out. Wow, Mickey is still available. All the other ones are sold out. All the other ones are sold out. So here's what I'm gonna do. Let's do this. Able to give you guys the opportunity for me. So this is something else that they also do. So they do these comic books as well, and this is like the first edition Spider-Man, right? This is not the first appearance of Spider-Man, but it's the first edition of Spider-Man. The first appearance of Spider-Man, My Strange Fantasy, I forget the number, but that thing is going for a crazy number. I've actually been watching it for a number of weeks now, trying to see if it's going to come down in price, because if it does, I definitely want to try to pick that one up. All right, so here you've got the first appearance of Green Goblin. Here you've got X-Men, the first appearance of Mr. Sinister, the first appearance of Scott Lang as Ant-Man. There's another one here. First appearance of... Wait, is that 181? No, that's 47. So I've got another one in here. You've got the first appearance of Kang. This one's doing numbers, obviously, because of the new Avengers movie that's out. One of these is the first appearance of Scott Lang, and the other one is the first appearance of Scott Lang as Ant-Man, which is pretty cool. First appearance of the Red Hulk here. I know I've got the first appearance of Black Panther. Where is it at? Come on. Oh, there it is. Fantastic Four, number 52, first appearance of Black Panther. So, yeah. Just really cool comics. And if you see what these are going for in real life, the values on these are pretty decent. Pretty decent. All right. But let's back out of here. I'll show you some of the actual premium stuff that they do. So you've got 47 collectibles. Okay, so you got Mace Windu's lightsaber, again, all officially licensed from Star Wars. You've got the Power Stone, the Ether. This little guy right here, this one was actually a really neat one to try to get a hold of. This is Oswald. Kind of looks like an old Animaniac. And this one was really popular this year because of the Chinese New Year. And a lot of people were actually trying to get a hold of this one. Since then, I mean, the price has come down a little bit, just because I guess like some of the hype has worn off. But if you know anything about Disney, this is a very, very classic character. So I'm anticipating this one having significant price appreciation here in the future once the bull market returns. What else do you have? You've got releases like this Ultraman. This is really big in Japan. You could not get this in Japan, so everybody that had one, they had to go through a seller in the United States. I was fortunate enough to get this one because when it dropped, VeVe goofed. So everybody that had a mishap, they gave this to them as a gift. And I think this is one that was going for around, I don't know, like a few $100s, maybe even $1,000 at its highest back during the bull run. So I'm assuming it's definitely going to make its return. Again, you got King the Conqueror. My Lambo here. I can officially say crypto has provided me with a Lambo. Now, this is an official Lamborghini licensed, official digital collectible NFT licensed from Lamborghini. So some more golden moments here. You've got Bart Simpson's skateboard, the Avengers logo, this penguin from one of the original Batman artists, which is really cool. Some Marvel Mighties from the Eternals, the Eye of Agamotto, Black Panther. You've got, again, Ultraman 7 when the Ultraman dropped. This was actually one of the first drops I ever got from VeVe. Not the first one, but one of the first ones. You got the Tesseract, Spider-Man, another Lambo, Wall-E, a Happy Whistle. If you guys can get this one, I would highly recommend you try to get it. Steamboat Willie, I would highly recommend you try to get it. So if you go back, you look at a lot of the old Disney cartoons, at the end or the beginning, whenever the cartoon first comes on, you actually see this animation. So this is one that a lot of people are trying to get as well. And it's actually come down significantly in price since being in the bear market. I guess folks are just kind of falling on hard times and they want to try to unload their collectibles. I get it. The Scepter picked this one up, and a lot of these were being sold for a decent amount during the last bull run. But since we've been in a bear market, a lot of these have been coming down in prices. So I'm just working on my collection. I got the DeLorean, again, more Marvel minis from the Eternals. You got Elsa, this little thing right here. Bought it for 60, was being sold for over 1,000 during the last bull run. Same thing with these little My Little Pony looking things. Batgirl, yeah. So again, just a few collectibles that I'm holding on to. Just a few. Take a look here at the store, see what's available. Someone's asking about XRP. Do you expect XRP to have the same market cap as Bitcoin? I don't. I don't. I mean, I guess I'd have to go back and look at that. Like, if XRP had the same market cap as Bitcoin, well, then price-wise, what does that put it at? Like I said, I don't think it's crazy to think that XRP could reach $6, but I'd have to say, like, all right, if it reaches $6, then what's the market cap at? All right, we'll take a look here at XRP right now. What are we doing? We're currently getting ready to breach 43 cents. So, you know, you've got a bit of retracement coming up off of yesterday's high. Dark Fox says he only collects Marvel minis. I was trying to go for some of the other stuff before I started really trying to collect the minis. I'll show y'all a gem here. Let me go series 1 on this Batman. Where's series 1 at? Let's see. If you guys see the Batman series 1, let me know. I want to make sure I don't skip it. Oh, it's not there. Black and white series 1. Oh, not my sets. Let's go to the store. How many are still available? 41. There's only 2,774 that are still available. Okay. Go back. You see collectibles. Looking for Batman Series 1. There's a Batman here from Edward Russo. And this Batman was being sold for like $3,000 back during the bull run. So if you can get it for a decent price. See, these are the Marvel minis that the gentleman a second ago was saying that he only buys. Let's see if I can go back and see that. Dark Fox. Dark Fox says he only buys the Marvel minis. So you got Hank Pym. You got Janet Van Dyne as Wasp. I'm sorry. Hope. Janet Van Dyne. Ant-Man. And Cassie. I should have picked that one up. I did like that movie, so I might pick that one up. Oh, wow, I didn't even know they did the Chucky release. Okay. You got Voltron. Where do you suggest a newbie start to understand XRP? First things first, I'd probably stay away from all social media influencers. I would go directly to the Ripple website, and I would read as much content as they had on their website to get a real understanding of what it is that they look to do, how they plan on doing it, and just what exactly they can do. Because here's the thing, when you listen to influencers or, you know, crypto personalities, no matter what side of the aisle that they're on, if they're for XRP, if they're against XRP, you know, to a certain degree, their own bias is always going to make it into whatever that they tell you, right? Like, I'm not the biggest fan of XRP, and I try to be objective. But again, you just have to, you got to buy it for what it's worth. You can't, oh, well, because it's going to be used by the IMF and the central banks. And it's like, until you actually hear these parties say that and they actually print it, I don't think it makes much sense to buy it based off that information. And if you listen to the influencers, that's what they're going to tell you. So my best advice to you, oh, RoboCop, sweet. My best advice to you is to read what Ripple puts out about it and get a very, very firm understanding of what it is, what they look to accomplish, and how they seek to do it. And understand what obstacles stand in their way. And I think you should do that with any investment. Like, don't listen to what the influencers have to say. Go directly to the source. Go directly to the devs. What are the devs saying? Then whoever the devs hope to partner up with. So here's some of these Batmans. This is the blue edition. We're looking for the black and white. Then whoever the devs hope to partner with on these projects, you have to go directly to them and see if there's any continuity in what they're saying. Like, do the legacy establishments have plans of using these cryptocurrencies. Because a lot of people got burned like that in 2017. Oh, well, this cryptocurrency is going to be used by the IMF and this cryptocurrency is going to be. And here you are some 6 years later, 5 years later, and nothing. So I think if you don't have the right information, you're going to tie up a lot of money in a project when that money needs to be out in other avenues working for you. Just my 2 Satoshis. Come on, where's this damn Batman at? Rico, what's going on, man? Hope you're doing all right. Barry Doge, my man Barry's in the house. How you feeling today, family? Hope everything is everything. Bam, what's going on? Hope you're doing okay. What are these little guys? These look kind of cool. Do I like them for $40 though? $40. Barry says, great advice. I try, man. I try. Like I said, I just don't want people tying up capital that, you know, they'd rather see work for. Namor, more Marvel Mighties. Try saying that 3 times fast. Marvel Mighties. Namor, Okoye, Riri, the Queen. I'm so mad they killed her off. Ooh, spoiler alert. Anybody hasn't seen Black Panther 2 yet. M'Baku. Miss Patriot. Are you ready for this bingo later? Are y'all ready for this bingo later? That's all I need to know. Are y'all ready for this bingo later? Are these NFTs? Those are jank if so. So here's the fun fact about these NFTs, right? The platform that we're on, VeVe, you see it right up there. Right there. VeVe is probably one of a handful to actually have officially licensed NFT digital collectibles that they sell on their platform. So you can't get this Chucky anywhere else. You can't get this, who is this from Snow White? The Huntress or Magnificent or whatever her name is. You can't get that anywhere else. So this is just one adaptation of this version of this character. Could there be others? Sure. Have we seen there, you know, others? Yeah, we've seen, especially on VeVe. You can get Ant-Man that looks one way. You can get Ant-Man that looks another way. You can get Deadpool that looks one way. You can get Deadpool that looks another way, right? So while you may not be a fan of this, and that's fine. You may not just like the style. That's okay. But definitely take a look at the app because there's a tremendous amount of others. Like I know people go crazy. Like this Spider-Man right here. This Spider-Man right here. I'm not even going to tell you, but go on VeVe and see how much that Spider-Man goes for. It's a crazy amount. Crazy. Does it come with utilities or is it just a picture? I mean, you can pretty much ask that same question about a lot of other NFTs, couldn't you? But yes, some of these are in fact animated. Let me see this one up here. You see, it's got the little animated notion there in the top corner. See it? So that one like jumps around, swings on webs, things of that nature. And yes, I believe when they're done with Immutable X, you'll be able to move it around to other platforms. Mike Moonbags, what's going on, my man? Hope you're doing okay today. Hope you are doing okay today. Daredevil, wow. Scepter again. Again, we're trying to find this black and white Batman, Edward Russo. I just want to show y'all this one real quick. There's another Disney Golden Moments. Again, this one was just given away. So if you were able to get that, like, you're probably up a little bit of money right now. I shouldn't say a little bit because it's all relative. Ooh, VeVe getting spicy. VeVe getting spicy. Let me see. Come on. Where's the Batman at? I wish they had actual search function on here. Like, I know they've got one, but sometimes it's a little wonky. Sometimes it's a little wonky. Who's that? Mr. Fantastic? Yep, Mr. Fantastic. How do you make profit from an NFT? Sure. So when I first jumped on VeVe, one of the first collections I bought was Ultraman. And because Ultraman was a release that was only made available in America or North America, you couldn't get it in Japan. But Ultraman has a huge following in Japan. And so there were buyers who wanted this. So I said, I'm going to take the listing. I'm going to post it on eBay. This is back before you could sell for gems. And I mean, you could always sell for gems, but this is back before you could actually take your gems off the exchange. So I would take the listing, I'd sell it on eBay, then I'd have the customer or the buyer make an account on VeVe, and then I would just transfer it to them. So I think I sold, like I said, I think I got that Ultraman for, I don't know, 60, and then I turned around and I sold it for a couple hundred. Dang, tried to jump on there real quick to get that Mickey. They're all gone now. All the Mickeys are gone now? Stop playing. You serious? Come on. Mickey should still be available. Unless I'm looking at something wrong. Yeah, Mickey's still available. You can buy one right now. You can still get the Mickey. Let me see what it's doing in the market right now. We want what? The platinum moments. Collectibles. Now remember, this one was being sold for 60, right? It's being sold for 317. That's the floor right now, 317. What's Mickey? So Mickey, you can actually buy for under mint. So if you want a Mickey, I wouldn't even buy it directly from the store. I'd try to get it on. I try to get it from the market. How much is Minnie Mouse getting sold for? Minnie Mouse 107. I mean, that's not terrible. You'd be paying double for it. What is Donald going for? Yeah, I'd buy this. What was the Donald one? Was that uncommon? Nope, that's a rare. Yeah, we're gonna buy that. But Glenn, the floor is probably gonna drop. Yeah, it probably is. But you know what? I want exposure to it, and if it drops, I'll buy more. Why not gonna let me buy it? Actually, the floor is already going up. We'll buy that. Got it. So we just picked up a rare Donald. Now I'm not looking to flip this in the next 5 minutes. I'm actually looking to hold on to this well into the next bull run, because I know this is going to go up in value, and I'm just basing that off of what the last golden moments did, and these are going to be a little bit more sought after. The Dumbo, I'll probably need to add more. I'm going to watch this. I think these might come down in price a little bit. If I can get it sub 300, then I'm going to be a buyer. Then I'll definitely be a buyer. So I can sell my NFT at VeVe as well. It depends. If you got it from VeVe, yes. If you got it from another, you know, so you can't move it from OpenSea to VeVe. Not quite yet. It doesn't come with at least t-shirt. It's not worth $30. I mean, it's worth what somebody's willing to pay for it, right? What's that currency of blue dots? So the blue dots are gems on VeVe, and a gem represents $1. Weird, mine says sold out. Really? Let me do this. Let me back out. Open. Let me come back in. Yeah, still says available. But if you want to buy a Mickey, I wouldn't even buy it directly from the store. I'd just go to the market and I would buy it from the market, because right now you can buy a Mickey from from the market under mint. The Donalds right now, like I said, they were 60. You can buy a Donald for at mint price for $60. So you saw the Mickey there a second ago was 60. Let's go down here. Actually, let me go back up here. This is the market. Donald. Yeah, see, those are coming down in price now. And I thought they might. But this is usually what happens. Like, they'll come down in price, and then price will stabilize, and they'll start to go back up. I'm not too worried about it. The cheaper they go, the more I'll be able to buy, and I wouldn't mind at least having 2 more. So just to say, hey, fine, I've at least got 1 at mint price, I'm good with that. This Dumbo, what is Dumbo doing? Dumbo's coming down in price, right? So yeah, if we can get that below sub 300, I'd be happy with that. I'd turn around and try to buy that. I would turn around and try to buy that. How do the values work for the NFTs? So VeVe gets together with Disney, their license, or whoever their licensing partner is at the time of the release. They come up with a price, and that's the actual mint price that you pay. Now, once it goes to secondary market, obviously that market is going to get set by market participants, right? So you can have people say, yeah, I think this Mickey is worth 60, or later on they might say, I feel like Mickey's only worth 47. It happens. It doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen with drops. Sometimes you can get the drops available for under mint price. So on the market, you have to worry about fakes. No, not with VeVe. Again, with VeVe, it's all premium licensed collectibles. So like you can't get a fake Dumbo and have it still be on the VeVe app. Now, if you buy one of these and it's on a different app, then maybe that's something to worry about. If you're buying it from the VeVe app and it's housed on the VeVe app, it's real. You can't buy a fake. None of these you can buy fakes on the VeVe app. For sure. What's up, Crypto Granny? Hope you're doing okay. Are you going to be on with this later for the FOMC meeting? Someone was asking what time that meeting is. It's 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What were we looking for? Yeah, we were looking for the Batman Russo, right? Yeah, we were looking for that Russo Batman. Can I search for it? Is that a thing yet? No. Bah. Let me go. Market. I feel like I should be able to search for it, though. Maybe that's it. Batman. Let's take a look at this one. What is this one? No, these aren't it. There's an Edward Russo. This thing was going for like 30 grand at one point, and then I think it stabilized at 30,000. I'm sorry, at 3,000. Go here. Russo. Todd McFarlane one too. That would have been a good one to try to get. So it was this one, but it wasn't in this blue and gray. It was black and white. It was the first one of this style that came out, and people went crazy over it. So if you get on the VeVe app and you can find one for a decent price, if it's me, I'm snatching it up. And I'm mad they can't even, either they don't have it for sale. Let me show you the McFarlane. Edward Russo. Oh yeah, okay. Maybe we do this. Maybe I can delete. Delete. Come on. It's trying to find it. There we go. This one right here. That one right there. People were losing their minds over. So if you can't get that one, I would try to get that one. And of course, it's sold out. So I'll show you the Todd McFarlane. Back. Todd. This one right here. Come on, load up. There you go. This one right here. This is another one people are losing their absolute minds over. So if you can't get that one, try to get that one. Tone for sure, man. Don't mention it. We get caught up with y'all comments here. Yeah, Iron Man from the Golden Moments. We'll check Iron Man. And if you're into the comics, word to wise, if they ever do the first appearance of Iron Man, it's not going to be in an Iron Man comic, but if they ever do a first release of Iron Man, definitely pick that up. Let's go over here to market. Iron Man. Come on. Iron Man. Golden Moments. There you go. So 60% on the market. You can get an Iron Man for $128 or 128 gems, which is essentially $128. Now this is the floor. And the thing you got to worry about the floor is sometimes they say, hey, we've got one for sale, you can buy it, but then when you actually try to buy it, it doesn't go through. It's normally you and somebody else trying to buy it at that same time. Kind of reminds me of like a little Grammy. See, that's the Iron Man. And I think it's the same Iron Man from Endgame. And some of these actually have like little Easter eggs in them, which makes them like more valuable. So I believe on one of these, I think it's the skateboard, it's got the signature from the individual who actually created The Simpsons, Matt, I forget what his last name is. And Elsa, she has Walt Disney's pen inside of her shoe. So that was kind of one of the reasons why these were going for a bit of a premium back during the bull run, which is cool because I actually have at least one Elsa left. Oh, you got one in on the drop? I tried to get it. They gave me the Avengers logo. There it is. Thank you, Learner for Life. Yeah, let's see if we can find that. I think that's what it is. Simpsons. No, not Simpsons. I tried to get it. They gave me the Avengers logo. There it is. Thank you, Learner for Life. Yeah, let's see if we can find it. There it is. Will it let me go the moments? Let's take a look at that. Like this one right here. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. I think this one has the signature at the bottom. Yeah, man. It's like Bart's skateboard, right? It's got the Bart skull and crossbones on it, which is like super dope. Yeah, see that one actually has the nameplate at the bottom. Now, this is one I got. I actually wanted the Homer and Bart, so I still need to go back and try to buy that one. Let's go here. Elsa. This little hat, that little hat right there, Mickey's hat from that one movie. I forget the one where he had all the brooms and the mops dancing. It was kind of like I forget what they're called. It's a movie. It doesn't have any lines. It's just music playing. But it's not really a musical. I guess you could call it a musical. I don't know. But that Mickey's hat, the sorcerer hat, was going for Fantasia. Thank you. New mind. All right, y'all on it today, man. I'm just having all types of brain farts. Yeah, so Fantasia, the Mickey hat, that one was going for $3,000, I believe. All right, now how? I gotta try to be able to zoom in, and I'm doing this on the computer, so I'm not sure how to zoom in. But I believe it's in one of the soles of her shoes. I want to say it's this one right here. If you zoom in on it some kind of funky way, Walt Disney's pen is inside her shoe. Sado, have you seen the pen in her shoe? This is the one I have. I just don't know how to zoom in on it on the computer. Yeah, you see how that one doesn't have a signature at the bottom? So if you zoom in, and I'm mad they won't actually let me do it on the computer. Damn. Yeah. Cool, yeah. So Say has seen Walt Disney's pen inside her shoe. Like I said, it's a really cool Easter egg. Let me show y'all this one. How much is this one going for right now? There's 76 for sale in the market. 100%. That's a steal. I'm about to buy another one. Just because I saw what those were going for. Did they do a glass shoe for Cinderella? If they did one, that might have been one that sneaked by on me. I don't remember that one. What does it mean for U.S. since Russia will use Chinese yuan instead of the U.S. dollar? I mean, it's just, from what I understand, that whole entire agreement is just based off their oil, is it? And keep me honest on that. So if it's for their oil, then that's just like, all right, well, they just won't use dollars. I mean, all this is really just centered around trying to challenge the U.S. dollar's role as world reserve currency. But even in that regard, I don't think that's going to be anything that changes in the next 4 seconds. Listen, man, these things, do you remember how much these were going for during the last bull run? The partner statues, crazy. Crazy amounts of money. I'm not sure if this one has any Easter eggs in it. But this is one that's still on my list that I need to get. But I know there's not a whole lot of supply available. 71, that's not bad, but how much is it? Yeah, see, still going for like $3 grand. So how can you get one? You would need to download the VeVe app on Google Play Store or the iPhone App Store. Type in VeVe, VeVe. And of course, you got a KYC and all that jazz because, you know, you're dealing with real money. You can sell these things for real money and pull them off the app. And then you just go over to the market. All right. So when you load the app, you go down to the market right there. And away you go. Yeah, 3K, and that I don't even think that was the highest price people had them going for. I saw some of those for like 10 grand. Where do you store them? You leave them on the app. You can leave them on the app. Immutable X, I believe, is working with them to allow you to be able to move them around, but I don't know exactly how far they've gotten on that. NFTT is a partner statue is the best. A partner statue is like easily one of the crown jewels of the whole entire Golden Moments collection. Only thing is on partners, all bump wasn't organic. Half the gems cause that. Half off gems cause that. NFTs, what do you think happened? Do you think it was like people on the inside buying, or do you think it was bots, or how do you think they got them? Bull run turned $2,200 into $30K. Held, sold, everything, $7K. That's not a bad flip. $200 to $30,000. You sold everything at $7K though. Weird because you can't believe anything the government says, and then you have influencers blowing up XRP. Hard to know what to believe. Yeah, that's why I say just get it directly from the source. So if you have any questions with XRP, I would tune into every interview Brad Garlinghouse has done. I try to find every interview that Shorts has done, and I would read the monthly newsletters that they put out, and I would read everything that they have on their website, and I would read what their partners have to say. And just because they say that it's going to be utilizing Ripple doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be utilizing XRP. You would actually need someone to come out and say, hey, we're actually going to utilize XRP. And that's something that people say is the case, but like then when you say, hey, find me that fact, provide me with that publication, they can't find it. Am I concerned that the SEC is coming for NFTs now? So I believe they just tried to list OpenSea as a platform for selling securities, right? If I'm not mistaken. And it did get me kind of thinking, because I know with VeVe, it's a little bit of the same situation. Like you can't, or at least to the best of my knowledge, you can't easily export the NFTs off of the platform, at least not yet. Again, they're working with Immutable X. I just don't know how much progress they've been able to make on that. And so knowing that, like, yeah, if the SEC wanted to come towards VeVe, it's like, all right, well, I don't necessarily know if this would constitute, or I don't know if it would pass the security, the Howey test, right? Like there's no contracts being signed. There's no explicit guarantee of profit to be made, from the purchase of these digital collectibles, right? So if it came to it, we would just kind of have to wait and see, what they have to say about it. But if you're buying them just because you're like, hey, you know what? This is something that I like and I just want to spend my money on it. You're not really buying it for the investment aspect. I don't think you really have anything to worry about, because I think you're probably in a little bit better position to wait it out if it does run into some turbulence. Now, if you're coming on the app and you're like, oh, I got to try to flip, then yeah, you might have a little bit of problems, potentially. But until like the SEC exactly names VeVe, I really wouldn't spend too much time thinking about it. I mean, it's a possibility, but there's a lot of possibilities. I wouldn't spend too much time thinking about it. Not to say that it's not valid, but I won't worry about it until it's time to worry about it. Or if you do, it's like, what's the alternative? Sell all your VeVe collectibles, and what happens if the thing that we're worried about never really comes to fruition, and then you sold all your collectibles? You know what I mean? I don't know if the risk to reward is there. What is Dumbo at now? 250. See, let's go. All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna flip this back around, because I gotta buy a Dumbo now, because I said if it goes sub 300, I was a buyer. So we're gonna pick up that Dumbo. And yeah, and keep in mind, like, you're not buying these to like sell them in this market. You're not buying these to try to sell them now. You're buying them because either you like them, that's why I'm buying them. But if you want to try to play the flip game, you need to be looking at, okay, well, realistically, what does this look like in the next month, year and a half, right? I think that's probably the best way to go about playing it. During that time, anything was pumping because people were buying gems half off. Black mark. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying, Tease. Yeah, man. Honestly, I didn't even hear about that. Like, if that was a hack that people were using, I totally missed that. If that's the case, I'm kind of upset, because I would have loved to have actually gotten some gems half off. You know, while I'm thinking about it, there is a comic I want to get. Spider-Man. Here it is. Amazing Fantasy. Let me show y'all this. So if you're actually on the VeVe app, let's go back to this for a second. If you're on the VeVe app and you see this comic right here, this is the first ever appearance of Spider-Man. Amazing Fantasy. What number is this? 15. You're going to spend a little bit of money, though. They will turn into real gains during the next bull run. 100%. 100%. That's why I'm going through VeVe, and I'm literally, so quiet as it's kept, and I used to talk about this all the time. Quiet as it's kept, I've been going on VeVe and just buying everything I can that I feel is super undervalued that I would want to have in my collection. And if I can buy doubles and triples on it, I'm buying doubles and triples on it, because I agree with you wholeheartedly. Come the bull run, like you saw what happened the last bull run, things were going for crazy, like ridiculous prices. This is low-key been like one of my secret like cash spots, like one of my little secret honey pots, like my little gems, my hidden gems in the crypto and NFT space, if I could call it that. But yeah, 100%. So yeah, if you can get Amazing Fantasy number 15, if you don't mind spending around 360 for it, probably not a bad bet. First appearance of Spider-Man, probably a decent one to hold. What I'm looking for now is this one. Werewolf by Night, number 32. Let me show y'all what it looks like. This is actually the first appearance of Moon Knight. I'm gonna tell you why I want this one, because Moon Knight, now that we're on this Kang the Conqueror kick, I believe that Moon Knight, and this is a cover that I want. What's the other cover? That's not a bad cover. How much is that cover? 170. Not bad. We'll probably come back for that one. I like a lot of the originals. I like this one. 589. Yeah, we're gonna buy that. And so I'm buying this just because I want this in my collection. I'm not really buying this because I'm like, oh, this is gonna make me some money. Excuse me. I'm buying it just because I'm like, hey, this is the first appearance of Moon Knight. And as we move farther and farther into the Kang the Conqueror saga, I believe in season 2, Tutma, I totally just butchered that, is a variant of Kang the Conqueror that is said is probably going to be the next villain in Moon Knight. So I'd like that, just to kind of have that in my collection. And I like going for a lot of the originals. I'll either like going for the originals, the ultra rares, or secret rares if I can get them. Just because I like the art. I don't like if it looks too animated, too cartoonish. But then there's another one that I want. What am I looking for? Spider-Man, the first appearance of Who am I looking for? I'm looking for the first appearance of not Doc Ock. Wow, I'm really drawing a blank on this. What is going on with me today? The crocodile. Drawing a blank. Y'all help me out. First appearance of King the Conqueror. Grab that one. Come on, where is it? First appearance of the Falcon. Come on. I'll know it if I see the cover. Right now I don't see it. Where is it? I wonder if I can find it outside the market. Let me go to store. Comics. There it is. What did I say? Crocodile? I meant the lizard. Jesus Christ. Get it together, Glenn. And of course I can't get it here. Spider-Man number 6. That's the one I want. Markets. Go back. SPIDE. Spider-Man. Comics. Is that it? Is this it? See our Spider-Mans. Come on, which one? Nope, that's not number 6. I need number 6. Amazing Spider-Man number 6. Is this it? That's not it. Why do they do that? If I type it in exactly as it is here, Amazing Spider-Man number 6. It should just come up. You would think, right? Amazing Spider. A ton of these are sold out. Like the Amazing Spider-Man is like when they come out, if you can grab one, grab it, because a lot of these they sell out so fast. All right, so it's Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Man number 6. Is that not what I had? Amazing. Here we go. So here are all the Amazing Spider-Mans, yes? All right, what am I doing wrong on this? Amazing Spider-Man 6. No comics. Result for Amazing Spider-Man number 6. All right. What in the bleep did I do wrong? I wonder if they wanted capitalization and all that jazz. Oh, totally just botched that. M, go. Nope, that's not it. All right, so we're just gonna have to comb through this comic by comic. Wow, that's annoying. Super, super annoying. The zombies, I don't really get too much into that. I mean, could there be something that I'm missing? Maybe. Come on, where you at? Amazing Spider-Man number 6. There it is. At least it didn't make me scroll too far for it. And again, I like the original covers. We'll go ahead and grab that. I want y'all to remember we had this conversation today. 14 bucks. How much is the rare cover? For almost 400. I bet. Of course, with this one, I think there's fewer versions. We'll come back. All right, so I think that's all the stuff I wanted to get on VeVe today. Unless I'm missing something. So we've got other, like I said, comic books and giveaways we're going to do for bingo today in about 2 hours. So if you guys want to join us for that FOMC meeting, the FOMC meeting is at 2 o'clock. Here's what we're looking for. We want to see if they're going to raise rates. We want to see if they're going to pause rates. And we need to keep an eye out for what the market is going to do right now, things in the market in itself. Let's go take a look at Bitcoin. Our pretty level Bitcoin's up around 1%, and really we're going sideways a little bit. I mean, a very small ascending channel that we're in right now, like very, very, very small. Again, I really believe that they're waiting, or the markets are going to wait until we have some kind of idea as to what rates are going to look like. I think if we hike, it's all bad, and we're probably going to go towards the downside. Right now we have a little bit of resistance from June 2022, and we'll see if that holds. If that holds. Where we at on VPVR for the price of Bitcoin we're at now? It's not a whole lot. So I mean, if anything, we could go back down to, we're now at 28.6. We could come back down to like 28.2 area, give or take. How do I find about the website to go to? Who said that? Rocky website for what? What are they doing? Is it the website I was just looking at with the comics, or the website for the FOMC meeting and all that jazz? Which one? Which one? Of course, you guys can always find me on YouTube, same handle at CryptoGlenn. You can always find me on Twitter, same handle at CryptoGlenn. Today, when we actually go through and do the FOMC meeting, there's going to be a link that you need to click if you want to join us for the bingo game. I'm going to tweet it out. You can also go back a couple videos. I just posted it maybe the day before yesterday, so it's probably maybe in the last 5 videos that I've done. It'll have the link in that video as well. The password to that is to the moon. Of course, I'll be back on at say like 1:30 to make sure the game and everything is all set up properly. You can always come back and join that live, and I'll have instructions on where to go if you have not been able to find it. Not the comics one. So for the FOMC, yes, Miss Patriot, we won't know that until 2 p.m. So 2 p.m. is when Jerome Powell is actually going to go and do the press conference, where they're going to tell us everything that we need to know. 2 p.m. So the website for the FOMC meeting, you can actually find it on YouTube. You can come back here. I'm going to be live streaming it as well. And again, keep in mind, we also have that bingo going. So I'm going to do another video about that right now, telling you all about it. So stay tuned for that. It's probably going to be my most recent static video, and I'm getting ready to post to look at the market and just look at the markets. Oh, that is TradingView, tradingview.com. TradingView.com. My thoughts on Flare token. It's had a little bit of a sour launch. I think the highest it got was around 12-13 cents, depending on what exchange you were on. And since it came out, it's just been on a steady decline. Granted, it's in a bear market. Granted, it was an airdrop, so of course you're going to have a lot of selling pressure. And keep in mind, the selling pressure still may not be over. If Coinbase ever makes the people who were supposed to get their Flare airdrop token whole, then once that is made available to them, if it's ever made available to them, then you could still go through another wave of selling pressure. So I don't think we've seen all of the selling pressure for Flare. I think it's just something that we need to be mindful of. If you like what they're doing, obviously hold it for the long term. It's not going to be something that's going to change directions in the next 5 minutes. You may need to wait 6, 8, a year before you actually start to see more positive price action. I had done one short of Bitcoin on 28,000. Bro, is it safe? Where are we at right now? Did you open it at 28,000? Because if you opened it up at 28,000, it's a little bit underwater right now, because I think we're at what, 28,654. It'll probably be safe if they say, hey, we're actually going to raise rates. And I think if we do raise rates, we're more than likely going to get 50 basis points. I remember I was saying 50 before. It was a cool thing to say, and now the markets are saying that, yeah, we're going to price in 50. We're going to lean towards 50. Do I think they should raise? No, I think what they should do is I think they should pause, because if you raise rates more, you're going to have more banks that are going to get into trouble. How I'm planning on playing that is, if they do raise rates, I plan to short more regional and local banks because I think those are going to be the ones that are not going to be as protected. And I think they're going to be the ones that are going to have the most amount of fallout from this. So I will take a look at my list of regional banks, the ones that I know that are holding decent sums of the long dated treasury notes, and I'll short them. I'll short them. And I think if they raise rates, it'll be bad for our market as well. So I think more shorts will probably be in play. Is there any way you can obtain XRP? Yeah, so a gang of people have always been saying like they get it from Uphold. I've never used Uphold. I can't really confirm or deny that. But a lot of folks are saying Uphold. A lot of folks are saying Uphold. XRP, what is XRP doing right now? XRP's got a lot of downward selling pressure, and I'll tell you why. Because apparently there's a snapshot that's taking place today or yesterday for an air. I'm sorry, there's a snapshot getting ready to take place for an airdrop that's either going to happen today or tomorrow. The way these airdrops work is leading up to the airdrop, people buy the token to increase their holdings, because it's always usually a 1-to-1. For every XRP you hold, you're going to get one or whatever of this new coin. And what happens is after the snapshot is taken, people sell. Well, there's always two population of people who know about the snapshot that's being ready to take, and people who don't know about it. So people who don't know about the snapshot, they're just like, oh, my coin's going up in value. Like, cool, I'm gonna hold on to it. But say you bought in at like 39 cents, and yesterday it ran to almost 50, and you weren't necessarily holding for the snapshot. Yesterday probably would have been a good day to take profits, because right now you're already down half from the entire move that you made yesterday, right? So $1 million Bitcoin, let's go. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Do I think it'll happen in the next 5 minutes? Probably not. But do I think ultimately it'll happen? Sure. I got a niece in Germany trying to get her to buy and send it to me. Yeah. Family member buying crypto for you. Personally, I don't see anything wrong with that. I'm not sure if that's against any rules or anything, but I get it. Got to try to work the avenues, right? Okay, decentralized exchanges, I think you can get it on KuCoin. I think, like I said, a lot of people talk about Uphold. Yeah, now. So you can do that. But yeah, right now XRP is facing a lot of downward selling pressure. XYO up 15%. Yeah, I know. XYO is a definite fan favorite of this channel. I like what they're trying to do in terms of offering financial products to people. Anybody that has a cell phone, I think that's super, super convenient. What's the DXY doing today? Damn, DXY kind of shit in the bed, isn't it? 103.2. It's not really moving. Doesn't really have a whole lot going on with it. And I want to say thank you to everybody who's watching the live stream on YouTube as well. Again, you can come over and hang out with us on TikTok. Same handle, Crypto Glenn. Twitter, Crypto Glenn. YouTube, Crypto Glenn. And, just follow on all platforms, because there's certain things I might talk about on Twitter that maybe I don't get a chance to do here on TikTok. And I use YouTube for more of my longer format type videos. My wife is going to let me take a trip to get it. Yeah, there you go. There you go. I tell you what, if you're going to be in Germany, then you won't be too far away from France. I believe that's just a quick train ride. Maybe you can go by and catch the Louvre. I got to get more active on my other It's hard, man. You know what? I feel like TikTok's just really having a moment. Like this immediate communication that we get to have with each other right here on TikTok. I feel like it translates better on TikTok than it does, say, on YouTube. And nobody's on Facebook. Nobody's really on. I mean, they're active on Twitter, but TikTok's having a moment right now. And they're definitely not on Instagram. Like, forget about it. I am on Instagram, same handle, Crypto Glenn. But again, if you're like, hey, there's something I just got to get a hold of Glenn about, hit me here on TikTok or Twitter. Do I teach people how to learn crypto and trades? Yeah, step 1, read everything you can about technical analysis. And my price target for the DXY has been hit. All right, let's take a look at this. So I noticed that the DXY, this is the dollar, had entered into a ascending wedge sometime last week. And when I was just kind of taking a price point there, I said, hey, you know what, we'll probably stop at the bottom of where that yellow line is. That's the measured move for it. And obviously we wick down, and now we're starting to try to retrace up. Keep in mind that every time the DXY starts to pump, things like cryptocurrency and other risk on assets, they go down. Again, and if the Fed raises rates here today, you'll actually see a stronger dollar come out of that. So something just to kind of keep in mind here. The reason why I look at the DXY is because I use it as a measuring stick to try to corroborate more data that I think that I'm seeing coming out of the crypto market. So that's why I look at the DXY. If the DXY starts to pump, more than likely crypto is going to take a little bit of a dip. XRP is currently at 43.7, and it's still continuing its momentum down. So if you missed yesterday's pump and you did not get out, you're probably in this candle right here. And this isn't to take a shot at anybody. You're probably in that wick right there. And those wicks, they represent trap liquidity. And trap liquidity is essentially people that didn't get out in time because they thought the move was going to continue to the upside. And whenever you're dealing with a snapshot, that's really not the case. So my best advice is read everything that you can get your hands on in regards to technical analysis, and understand that it's not going to come in 5 minutes. Miss Evie is in the house. What's up, girl? How you feeling? How are you feeling today? So good to see you here. Thank you. I appreciate those roses, those gifts. Thank you so much. Rocky, understand that the technical analysis isn't anything that's going to come in the next 5 minutes. It's really going to take time, because once you start to read up on what these patterns and what these principles mean, then you got to back test it. Then you got to paper trade it. Then you have to paper trade it again and again and again and again and again, and really start to like find your own groove. What indicators work for you? Do you want to use fibs? Do you want to use RSI? I would highly recommend using RSI. If nothing else, get familiar with RSI to begin with, because when it's overvalued, it's probably going to sell. When it's undervalued, it's probably going to rebound in price, right? So get familiar with the principles, and then really try to make them work using paper trading. Then once you've gotten good at paper trading, then you start to put a little bit of money behind your trades. And this is where the risk metric, the what am I looking for? Risk management comes in, because say if you got an account, $1,000, $10,000, maybe it's only $100, right? And I would recommend anybody who wants to learn how to trade, start out small first, because you're going to fuck up. There's no other way to put it. You're going to think the chart's telling you something. It's going to go the opposite way. We were joking about this during one of the last lives. You get to a point where you get comfortable enough to put money behind your trade, and it's almost like a christening, right? The first one, it's like it goes the opposite way, and it goes the opposite way bad. And don't get discouraged. Just know that it happens. It's a hazing moment, so to speak, and just know that everything's going to be okay. You just got to stick with it. All right. But then once you start to get familiar and you start to get good at what you're doing, I'd say only use 1 to 10% of your portfolio to trade, and what that's going to do is it's going to save you from the ones that you get wrong. And you'll go on a hot streak. Like right now, I've been on a fairly decent streak, but I know my time is coming, and I know my time is coming where I'm going to get one wrong, because what happens is the winners, they almost do more harm to you than the losers, because you start winning 75, 80. If you get to that echelon of 90, 95%, you win 95% of your trades, you're going to start to think that you can do no wrong. And then you're going to say, hey, you know what? Now I really need to size up my trades. Let me go ahead and put more money. And when you do that, that's the one that you get wrong. So you really have to exercise a proper amount of what's the word I'm looking for? Risk prevention, if I can call it that. I literally just forgot the technical. I'm having all types of brain farts today, y'all. I might need to go and eat something, get some damn water, and like restart the brain here, because it is not firing on all cylinders. I love the interest graph. I found all you same the stock markets, but got my handle taken. Wait, what? How did you get the handle taken? Perfect. I need to test my strategies in various markets. Yeah, and that's the other thing, right? Like right now, I'm heavy in the crypto. I have a handful of stocks, but I'm way heavier into crypto than I am stocks. But the stocks I'm in, they're the ones that are performing well. Like I'm in oil, I'm in a little bit of tech, not a whole lot. And what else am I in on stocks? Oil, tech. Excuse me, whole ruples, but that's currency. That's not really stock. I want to say that might be it. I'd have to go back and look at my portfolio, but I want to say that's it. Bestie. I like the PFP. Tell us about my piece on the wall. This one right here. Oh, I almost just knocked my lamp off. This one right here. So this is a piece, the missus, my wife, she actually had an associate of mine. His brother is an artist, and he was actually in Batman versus Superman at the end. If can I pull that up? At the end during Superman's funeral scene. See if I can find it. I'm looking for it here on this screen, y'all. Give me 2 seconds. It's the one where they're carrying the coffin, and it's like it's panning by all the people. I don't think this is the scene. This is not the scene. Yeah, that's not the scene. Hold on. Let me try to find it. Yeah, but he's the one that did the painting. He's the brother of an associate of mine. And we had a wall in our house. It was just a ginormous wall. We needed a painting to kind of go over it. And we knew that, he was a guy that had talent. And so it works on this wall too, because you can't see it, but this is actually a very long and a very tall wall, right? And so when we were kind of changing things up here, I said, I'm going to put that as a backdrop. I like it. I didn't really want to get rid of it. She wanted to get rid of it. I didn't want to get rid of it. So I decided to put it back there. And when I look at it, it actually kind of looks like an eye, right? And from a trading aspect, it kind of reminds me, maybe it's like the Fibonacci sequence, right? Like, if you've ever seen that, the Fibonacci sign, it kind of reminds me of that. But it also kind of reminds me of the eye. And if you see, like, in this area back here, it looks like a lot of chaos, right? It's very busy. So it's like just remain focused no matter what's going on in the background, no matter how crazy things get, right? I like it. I think he did a really good job on it. We can kind of go into that later, because I feel like every time I look at it, I see something else. But yeah, if y'all want to have that conversation, we can definitely talk about it. I'm in the paper trading phase, 100% an algo trader. And that's not bad. Like, having just one cryptocurrency that you trade, you want to get familiar with it, you want to learn its patterns, you want to get familiar with what it does, that's probably a good way to go about it. What are my thoughts on BTC today? This is probably the first time in a long time. I don't want to say I'm conflicted. I'm 60-40, right? 60% of me says we pause. We don't do any more rate hikes. 40% of me says we do raise rates. And if we do, we're probably going to 50. And if that happens, like, I think all bets are off for a lot of different things in the market. I think we retrace. I'm not one that really thinks that a lot of this stuff is baked in all the time, right? And I think you're going to start to see more banks get in trouble. Risk management. Yes. Thank you, Kel. I don't know why I could not remember that. I think you're going to start to see more banks have trouble. And the part of me that doesn't think, I cannot find that scene. At any rate, I don't think that they raise, because I think they just spend a lot of money trying to make people whole. And I think if you raise rates again, you're essentially going to have a bigger issue than the one that you just cleaned up. So that's why I like to paint it a lot. Thank you, man. Yeah, his name was Frank. Hey, Frank. Yeah, Frank painted that. Did a really good job. Like I said, every time I've had this, how long have you had this? 4 or 5 years. And every time I look at it, I see something different. Gala XRP, Atom, Link, Dot. So I like Link. I like Dot. Big fan of the graph. Gala, I get why people are into Gala. I've got a little bit of Gala. I think the tokenomics could use a little bit of a rework, if I can say that. But I understand why people buy it. I don't hate it. I hold it. But the tokenomics, I'm not like a big fan of. And that's probably one of the reasons why I don't hold a ton of it. But yeah, I've got some exposure to it. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna hop off this thing for a little while. I'm gonna go get something to eat. The FOMC meeting is at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's gonna be all over YouTube. What's going on, Never Sleeps? I got your message. I did get your message. It's gonna be at 2 p.m. today. I'm gonna live stream it here on TikTok. We're gonna be playing bingo. VeChain. I got a bag of VeChain I wish I could get rid of. You want to buy some VeChain? We're gonna live stream it here on TikTok. For those of you that want to play bingo, let me know. I got about 25 spots left. I could do more, but if I don't get any more folks that say that they want to do the bingo, then I'm just gonna leave it at 25. Bet 36. I got you. I'm gonna leave it at 25. As soon as I hop off here, I'm gonna do a video that's gonna tell you what you need to know, so you don't have to go looking for the other video. And then yeah, I'll see y'all back here I'll be back on before 2. So let's say like 1:45, because I gotta make sure everything's ready to go. All right, live and learn. What's going on? Hope you're doing okay today, family. So I'm gonna do a static video, tell y'all what y'all need to know about the bingo here at 2 for the FOMC meeting, and we're going to get this information together. It's either going to be great and we're going to have the charts up and we're going to watch how the markets react in real time. It's either going to be great or it's going to be a shit show. I'm leaning more towards shit show. And again, keep in mind, even if we do pause, it doesn't mean that we're going to pump immediately. I've seen it before looking at the S&P where we have bottomed out 3 months, sometimes 13 months. I want to say, I got to go back and look at it after we've paused. Could we pump after a pause immediately? Sure, we could. It's not outside the realm of possibility. So I'm 60-40. 60% of me thinks that we pause, we hold, we don't raise the rates. 40% of me thinks that we do raise. And if we do raise, we're probably going to raise 50 basis points. And a lot of people are like, 50 basis points. I get it. We'll just have to wait and see. I only saw your post about the FOMC meeting 2:30. Is it 2:30 or is it 2? I thought it was 2. Hold on. The calendar Federal Reserve. What's today? The 22nd. Today is the 22nd. 2 p.m. 2 p.m. 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Yeah, like I said, just, let me know. Like I said, I'm going to do a static video after this live to let you know exactly what it is that y'all need to know. And then, like I said, it's going to be a link. You type in the link, your browser, your computer, your phone, whatever the case is. And then the password is to the moon. To the moon. All one word. TOTHEMOON. To the moon. And as he says certain words or phrases, you just click it off, check it off. And then there's going to be a handful of prizes. So, some of the first few winners, you guys will be able to get some stuff from VeVe. So you'll need to have a VeVe account. VeVe is a app. They do fully licensed digital collectibles or NFTs. So they do stuff with Lamborghini. They do stuff with Disney. They do stuff with Marvel. They do stuff with a lot of entities. But it's not like wholly artist created. It's like, hey, this is a character that has been licensed to us from Disney. So it's like, it's official. And VeVe is the platform where a lot of that stuff is bought and sold and housed and displayed. So you'll be able to win some stuff here on VeVe. For those that win, you'll need to have the VeVe app. You don't have to have it downloaded today. Like I said, I'll take down your name, who won, and then once you do your app, you need to let me know your username and I'll transfer you over on VeVe, whatever it is that you win. Cool? Everybody good on that? Awesome. So before I hop off on here, y'all know how I like to end my lives. Gotta say a big what's up to my BFFF4FF, Miss Evie 8112, Crypto Bone 22. Always good to see you, family. Always SMVY Israel Rodriguez, Mike Moonbags. Mike, good to see you, family. Rare VSC Wargate. What's going on, girlfriend? Ed Scott 972, Saddam's 13, New Mind Darts, Rocky Stones 93. Good to see you here today, family. Like that, Avi. Travel Mexico group. Wait, are y'all really traveling to Mexico? Because y'all know we got people in this group that like to travel. So Mexico, what's going on? Drop me a line. Let's talk about it. Low key perspectives. Technically Web3. Always good to see you, family. Really had a lot of fun with you guys on the last live with that investor. That was a really good time. A lot of great insight was shared. Learner for Life, J and Pay, Thrower's Heart. Ooh, I'm not sure I can say that one. TikTok might get me. Eric 6900, Joe Moken 5. What's going on, family? Good to see you back. Multipreneur, my guy. Always a good time to see you here. Dopey Opie, Vance TJ 309, Captain Swervin, Zanam 3, Spicy Meatball, Steel Crypto Men, Crypto Cleaner, Live and Learn, my homegirl. Love to see you here. Thank you so much for coming to kick it with us. Highly Favored 13, Highly Blessed and Highly Favored. Crypto Neely, Your Highness 3459, Bravo 16, I just butchered that, Bravo 610, Spider 199, Josh Eagle. Is that Josh Eagle? Like Eagle? If that's the Josh Eagle I'm thinking about, what's going on, partner? Good to see you here. Christian Perry 28, Rashid Mood, Alfresh 288, Panda Man 0117. Good to see you back here, family. And my guy, Crypto Never Sleeps. Listen, if you are curious to know how things from the cybersecurity side of cryptocurrencies work and how to secure your stuff in a Web3 space, follow Crypto Never Sleeps. Follow him and follow Chief Geek. These guys, follow Multipreneur as well. These people, they have a wealth of knowledge you can benefit from. Jonathan Fisher, my guy, snuck in here right at the last moment. Snuck in here. Sub TWRX. What's going on, family? Vance, I see you. Listen, coming back 1:45. I'm going to go get some lunch. We're going to do this bingo. We're going to watch the FOMC meeting, all right? The next video I'll post, if you're unfamiliar, is, hey, what are we doing with the bingo? Check my profile in literally like 3 minutes. I'm going to post a video. Everything you need to know is going to be up there, all right? Appreciate y'all for coming to kick with me. Come back. Let's get this bingo. Let's get these prizes. Let's get the information that we need for the FOMC meeting, and let's figure out what these markets are going to do together, all right? Listen, you're going to be successful, but you got to have access to the right people, the right information. You got to be willing to do the work. You're willing to do those three things, you're going to be fine. I'll see y'all back here at 1:45. See y'all. Swerving. YouTube, thank y'all so much. I tell you what, if y'all want to join us for the next live stream, come back and hang out with us on TikTok. You can find me, same handle, at CryptoGlenn. I want to say thank you all for joining me on YouTube. I definitely know I need to do more content here on YouTube. Also, if you have not checked it out and you have a Binance account, go to the Binance feed. We're doing a lot of content over there for Binance as well. Just trying to do my part to get people prepared for what things may be coming down the pipeline. You know that we were early on calling what was going on with the banks. You know that we were early in terms of helping you find out what Bitcoin was going to do in the interim. And that's a lot of the content that I'm putting out over there. So if you go to Binance feed, search Crypto Glenn, same handle as it is here on YouTube, Twitter, as well as TikTok, and you'll be able to view my live feed over there. All right. Any questions, comments, concerns, you guys can always leave it in the comment section below. Tweet me or hit me on TikTok. Appreciate you guys for joining me. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to be here with me, and I appreciate that. I'll see y'all back here at 1:45 on TikTok. Peace, y'all.